Hi, welcome to Universal Interiors. I'm Les Engelstead and I'm very excited to be with you today. I hope you're enjoying this beautiful day. No matter what it's like outside, it's a beautiful day. You got to think that way. Way too short of life, that's for sure. Today in the kitchen, I'm going to do something. It's called the energy bar. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, but I've got chocolate in front of me and peanut butter. Surprise. Yes, it's true. But this is called an energy bar, and I'm going to be mixing a few of these things, and I'm semi following a recipe. That's just kind of how the way I roll a lot of times anyways. But I'm going to start, it's one of those no-bake cookies, kind of an idea. I do a lot of those. They just kind of seem to make it a little bit easy to not have to turn the oven on, and doesn't quite seem as much work. Okay, just took a stick of butter, so that's what you're going to start with. You got a half a cup. You can melt it in many ways. I'm today cheating and using a microwave. I think that the best way to do things is just popping them in the oven and it'll melt up, or you can get them soft. But what we're going to do with the energy bar is basically put together what some people can go lean a little more healthy, and maybe those like me kind of think I'm in the middle, and then some of those you can just certainly throw the unhealthies in there too. But what the base of it is going to be butter, like we said, melting it up right now, and then a cup of peanut butter. This may seem like an old show that I've done, because yep, it's true. I have my little Wonder Cup back. Let me peek. The Wonder Cup is wonderful to use for anything solid. So this particular treat I did before with about a cup of peanut butter, and that's exactly what I'm going to do, scoop it in here. If you are one of those little cooks that just kind of wings it, which I do a lot of times, I'm going to just put it on in here, or otherwise you can just go, you know what, it takes about 4 big scoops of peanut butter. That's the way a lot of times I give you guys the recipe. But my beautiful Raina tells me to keep it a little bit more so she can show you the recipe. So I'm going to try to follow that recipe that we will show to you as much as possible. So I am now working to get that cup of peanut butter in there, and I think that looks like that might just about be it. So I'm going to put that cup, look at this, see, Wonder Cup, ploop. Isn't that fabulous? I don't know if they still have those out there, but they're pretty wonderful. Again, actually, I haven't pulled it out for quite some time. Okay, peanut butter it is. Now I'm taking some butter, that cup, got half a cup of butter and a cup of peanut butter. And we are going to put this on in here, and then and you can melt it all at the same time. I just softened up that butter beforehand. And then I'm going to take, yep, you guessed it, chocolate chips, a staple in this family. Okay, I'm going to do, you can just, I'll say like a package, which to me a package is a little less than 2 cups. So that's why I'm just doing this, measuring it up and doing that. So a little less, and there we go. So now I'm going to take this and sneak that part back into the microwave. So now, while we're doing this, thinking time is how we can get energy from eating chocolate and peanut butter. Well, you can find a lot of ways to get energy, and if you haven't noticed, probably because I wore a little bit loose, but I am holding my core in. Always important while you are baking with Leslie in the kitchen. Okay, so this is basically making a base for chocolate. My mom for many years made treats with this basic recipe, and you could put marshmallows and peanuts. Now that would be the one that airs on the maybe not as energy natural, although somehow marshmallows has to be a little bit natural. I'm not sure, but they must be. So you can do that. My recipe that I'm going to add to is right here. I have some granola, and basically any kind of granola, and I have chia seeds. Okay, that's a real healthy, and it's out there. Those that do this religiously probably think, what the heck am I doing with chia and chocolate? But it's still good. I promise it's good. I think this might be about a minute worth of melting right there. I'm going to try this out. But all of these all of these things will just be mixed up. As you can see, the chocolate, peanut butter, and the butter. And it's a base. As I was saying, you can put marshmallows and peanuts. They call it a Mr. Good bar. Simple. I've seen that in my handy dandy recipe books. But today, I am going to just add a little bit. Besides these ingredients, I'm going to sneak in some peanuts, just plain old peanuts, sesame seeds, and I'm actually even going to take out some flax. You can get a lot of these products at the store these days. Wheat germ is actually what it says in the recipe book, but I have the flax in my cupboard, so that's what we're going to use today. But so you can see, I'm just kind of making this chocolate peanut butter buttery base, we like to call it, the good stuff. So I'm going to stir that all up until you can see it starts just thickening just a wee bit. So now with that, once I get to that point, you'll be able to see just even in the coloring a little bit thick. And now it's gonna, now we'll start to add. Now it's your choice. Again, you can do all sorts of things like the recipe I'll just kind of quick go through. Oatmeal, sunflower seeds, sesame seeds, coconut, wheat germ. That's what this is gonna say, okay? Now today I'm gonna just add a few more of the goodies that I like to put in there. I use kind of granola as the base versus the cup of oatmeal. And you can certainly, I'm going to do about a cup. I'm going to just start with this, okay? Because again, it's a base. This granola that I've chosen has got little pumpkin seeds and sesame seeds already in there. And then I'm just going to sneak in my flax. That'll kind of just, maybe, well, obviously it'll be a good little filler. And flax is just good for us. You can get flaxseed, but this is just flax. Okay, golden flax. I just want to make sure you can see that. Okay, organic golden flax. I'm going to sneak some chia seed. And you can, which is wonderful, you can get it in local grocer. I know it's so great. Now Walmart even carries this sort of stuff. And so I'm sorry, I'm probably about a quarter. I'm going to just kind of see by color, maybe a little less right now. And then I'm also going to throw some sesame seeds. And I just buy them by bulk. So I'm just going to pour some of that in there too. Let's say 2 shakes of a lamb tail. Such a thing as that. Maybe I put in about 2 tablespoons. Okay, and then I'm going to go here and some peanuts. And maybe it's like about maybe I'm just going to do, I would say about a quarter. That's what I'm going to try right now. So as you can see, when I do this sort of stuff, I need to get it enough stirred up, right? And I might actually, sometimes if it gets a little bit, you can make this in, of course, smaller portions. So just take just half it. And that might be kind of fun too. As it looks today, I feel like it's a little bit thick. So, I mean thin, forgive me. So with that, I might actually sneak in some more granola. Maybe now I'll put this together and let Raina know so we can write this down for you. But now, as you can kind of see, it's getting a little bit thicker. And I am thinking right now about perhaps, what else could I do? You know what is always good? For a quick fix, some Rice Krispies. I'm thankful most of you know this show and know how I roll. Rice Krispies and chocolate. You've all made those kind of treats. Because it's a little bit thin, my filler is the Krispies. Yep. Now watch that transfer. Now it's kind of like one of those bars that you used to get at the church picnics and that sort of stuff in the basements. You get chocolate with Rice Krispies. But now I've hidden a few other goodies in there. So I might go and put a little more of those chia seeds. Again, I want to make sure that when I make this treat that the kids don't know that all these goodies are hiding in there, but I don't want it to be so healthy that it doesn't take us good. I am just about there. Here it is in the bowl, ready to pour in my pan. Oh, I planned that perfectly. There's my pan. Now I sure hope that you can see how easy a summer treat, a winter treat, any time of the year treat could happen for your family. Again, I put chia, flax, sesame, sunflowers, granola, but I snuck in a little Rice Krispies, all that good base. And just like that, I'm going to spread it out. And I would put it in the fridge for just about maybe an hour or two. And you're going to have yourself a beautiful treat. You can entertain people with this. Drop it by the neighbor if they need a little pick-me-up. How's that sound? I sure do appreciate you tuning in to Universal Interiors. It's sure a lot of fun serving and making things for you. And I hope you have an amazing day, because you know what? You're amazing. We all are. God doesn't make mistakes. Thank you very much. See you next time.